Hi guys, welcome to the PHP. I'm Booker. That's Perez. How you doing?
I am good. I think this is a good thing. Today, there is Kanye West to talk about, some more Kanye West, and a lot of Kanye West. It's like the Kanye show today.
Interesting.
Plus, we're also going to be talking Demi Lovato. She's really committed to this. They are really committed to this California sober lifestyle. That Nirvana lawsuit where the former baby is now suing everybody affiliated with that photo of the album cover. Something very surprising with that crate challenge that everybody was doing, and a lot more. But how are you? Wait, I'll ask you first. You got to sit down. Well, I don't know if it was in person, but you chatted with Halsey recently.
Oh yeah. No, but via Zoom. It was great. She's a mom and she put out a cool record and we talked about it and we didn't get into too much. It was just hadn't seen her in a while and it was nice to reconnect.
Did you talk about the she they thing with her?
We didn't, and she referred to herself as she a lot.
Oh,
so
interesting.
I didn't really know how to address it. And if I screwed up at any point, I'm not even aware of it or she didn't pay any attention to it.
So she had that.
No. I think she's fine with she. I think she just wants you to use both.
Both. Right,
sometimes. Yeah. So I think if you ever refer to her as she, it's fine.
So long as you use both. It's so confusing. Halsey just released a new album.
Yeah.
Did you listen to it?
Oh, of course. There's a track I really love. Shit, the one with Lindsey Buckingham. Why can't I think of the name of it? Not Delicate, starts with a D. Whatever, that's great. The single is very 90s, like Belly or Juliana Hatfield 3. It's a very 90s sounding song. Trent Reznor did the album with Atticus Reed and Atticus.
I got to check it out. I haven't heard it yet.
It's good.
I've been real busy enjoying Vegas.
Yeah.
Too much. I keep telling my mom we should move here, but then what would that? I don't even know. Who knows?
Atticus Finch. I don't know why I said Reed. Is there Norman Reedus?
I don't know. I went to see the Usher show. I shared that on a vlog recently, and it was so good.
Really?
He's done now. There are no more shows for a while, but I think later this year he's coming back. If you get a chance, so worth the money. I love that he kind of did not do what a lot of people do in Vegas. I've seen so many residencies, and we won't mention names, but they, do like your stereotypical Vegas thing. They have showgirls, and then they'll have, like the slot machines and as part of the graphics and everything. He did none of that. I felt like I was in Atlanta. Like actually the big overarching theme of the Usher show was strippers. And that's so fun. There were so many strippers throughout the show and stripper poles. And it was real good. I loved it. And I'm just loving my time in Vegas. And I am loving that everybody is loving my new CBD gummies, My True 10. If you guys have never tried it, ours are different than everybody else's. Check us out at mytrue10.com. That's mytrue10.com. And we're going to start off today talking about the crate challenge, which went crazy all over social media. But first, and I'll tell you more about them, a little story though. I got in trouble on YouTube because of one of our sponsors, and it's not their fault. It's YouTube for being just so
British.
I guess it makes sense, but I didn't know this was their policy. Cam Soda is one of our sponsors, and they're a streaming site for adults. And in our shows every week, I thank our sponsors in the description. And last week, I thanked Cam Soda in the description. And somehow the YouTube system automatically knew that I was linking to an adult site. And because of that, they gave me a strike, which meant that I could not post anything for a week. Thankfully, I had already uploaded and scheduled our podcast for last week, but I also upload the clips every day. I wasn't able to do that. And now this strike remains on my account for 3 months. So if I get another strike, then I'm really screwed. But hopefully that won't happen. Also, speaking of getting like ridiculous and getting in trouble on Facebook, I uploaded a bunch of those crate challenge videos everywhere. But for some reason on Facebook, one of the videos that I uploaded got deleted for violating community guidelines. Thankfully, I didn't get banned for a day or a month or whatever. But speaking of being banned and the crate challenge, TikTok has banned all of those videos.
You know, I saw one last night. I read the story and then I went on TikTok and I saw somebody doing it. So I was like, has it not been put into effect yet?
Maybe they didn't use the hashtag. Maybe, they found a way to outsmart the system.
Okay. That could be it.
Yeah. But they announced that they will not be allowing those videos anymore because it's a safety concern. And I mean, if it's a child doing it, then I guess sure. But if you're an adult wanting to do a stupid video like that, shouldn't you be able to?
I mean, I always say it's their platform. If they believe that enough people are getting hurt and they're trying to protect you from yourself, it does seem like a little bit much to police, to me, but I get it. I understand it. Right.
I mean, if that's the case, then TikTok should also be banning people from smoking cigarettes or drinking alcohol in their videos as well. That could harm people as well. I don't know.
It does seem like a lot. I'm with you on that one. I was shocked to see that TikTok did that, but I mean, they are really, really going out of their way trying to clean up every single aspect of that channel or service, whatever. Which seems to be a bit much, but
what do you mean?
There's a lot on the line, I guess.
What do you mean? Why do you say that?
Well, they banned a lot of people. There's a lot of content that they no longer let on. There's a lot less camel toe than there used to be. I mean, there's
they ban a lot of people. Have you seen anybody that they ban?
Oh, you number one.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of I'll see a lot of videos from girls saying I was banned or this was taken down or I violated some standard. Why? And it's just people upset because they're like, I didn't do anything differently, but I'm sitting there going, I can see your cooch. Okay. That's why you were banned. I saw your vagina. So. All
right. Well, let's move on to actually that crate challenge was everywhere for a week. And
I saw that on Snoop's Instagram first. I saw a couple of them. I'm like, why does he keep posting this? And then they started popping up everywhere else. I'm like, why is this a thing? This is stupid.
It is stupid. I did not do that. Did you do that?
No.
I mean, if and then the stupidest was I saw one or a couple of somebody doing it on concrete.
Yeah.
That's the dumbest. Maybe on grass, but even still, you can really hurt yourself. So was it wrong of me to enjoy watching them?
I mean, it's just like watching Jackass. I mean, those are nonstop people getting hurt.
Yeah. Well, just as big, if not bigger than the crate challenge is Kanye everything. First of all, Kanye West finally released his over a year long delayed new album, Donda, is available for streaming everywhere. And shortly after it was available for streaming, he took to Instagram to say that his record label put it up without his permission. I did go and I checked on Billboard, and they claim, according to an insider, that Kanye is lying. Who knows? But the album is still up. It was not taken down again off streaming. And it features a ton of collaborations from Ariana Grande to some really unsavory collaborations that some people feel very strongly against, featured on the album are Marilyn Manson, an alleged sexual predator, DaBaby, whom, you know, a lot of gay people are not happy with, and also Chris Brown, whom we've also addressed, and his many ongoing issues. And I think the only reason why Kanye would pick these people is because he just wanted that attention that badly.
Yeah.
Right? Is that the only? I think that could be the only reason.
I gotta think so. You know, when you look at the collection of people that he chose, except for Ariana.
Yeah. And that's just disappointing. Not only did DaBaby and Marilyn Manson feature on the album, but they were also with Kanye in person in Chicago when he had another listening event, which got everybody talking. He set himself on fire. He brought out Kim Kardashian wearing a wedding dress and a long veil. And
was it her?
It was her.
Oh,
yeah.
She actually attended.
Yeah, with their kids. And that was her in the wedding dress, rolling up to Kanye. And I don't know, I think it was supposed to be like they're getting married or remarried or whatever. Not for real, but then everybody started to speculate, which I'm sure Kanye wanted. Are they together? Are they not together? And then the very latest story is they're working on their relationship. So it seems like they're possibly together. Good on them. Also, for some reason, I'm not sure why, who knows really, Chris Brown started beefing with Kanye yesterday. Oh God, I got in trouble for this too. Oh my God. It's so depressing to me, the state of social media. So yesterday, after the album was released, it came out at some point Sunday morning, Chris Brown took to Instagram story and said, Kanye is a hoe. He tweaking. 2 different IG slides. I thought that was newsworthy. I shared that on my Instagram, and I want to just tell you, like, I want to read verbatim exactly what I wrote. I wrote the following caption. I shared the 2 IG slides. Kanye a ho-ho, excuse me, I want to be accurate. He wrote Kanye a ho-ho and then nah, he tweaking. And I said, Chris Brown with some harsh words on Kanye West. Has Chris Brown looked in the mirror lately? And because I shared that, Instagram said that that was against their bullying and harassment policy, and that took that down.
They have a point. You're bullying him for no reason. He did nothing to you.
I did not bully him. How the fuck is that bullying?
You're I don't see what you're not getting. It's right there in front of you. What you said is harassing Chris Brown. It's harassment.
Is me saying has Chris Brown looked in the mirror is harassing?
Apparently, because they took you down.
You're being facetious.
No, I'm not. I mean, I understand. I don't get it. You inserted yourself into a conversation.
But how am I harassing
you
him?
Insulted Chris Brown. You harassed him. Have you looked in the mirror lately?
That's not an insult.
I think it is.
No.
Then what was your point?
That was a question. That was not an insult.
Have you looked in the mirror lately?
Yeah.
What are you not getting?
That's not an insult.
Yeah, it is.
I did not say he was a hoe. I did not say he was.
Well, who cares? A hoe doesn't mean anything, or tweaking. Those are just 2 stupid words.
Okay.
You are chastising a person for you inserted yourself into a conversation bullying. And you were chastised. I think that's the definition of bullying, but okay.
Okay. I want.
By the way, I'm no Chris Brown fan.
Stop. Because I'm sure a lot of our listeners and viewers are thinking the same thing now. Be honest. I'm being
honest. You inserted yourself into a conversation for no reason and insulted Chris Brown. That's what you did. Those are the facts. There's no other way to see it. Do I agree or disagree with you? Whatever. Do I think that's even bad? No, not really. But Perez.
You really think that caption is bullying? Come on. I know your like role on the show. You really think that's bullying or how you're perceived? I think a lot
It's
of people.
a very, very mild form of it, but it is
bullying.
indeed
Stop it.
bullying.
No, it's
You
not.
had nothing to do with that conversation.
I was reporting the news. And
No. You weren't reporting. You
question.
editorialized the news. You went and you essentially said, well, you're a piece of shit, is what you said. Have you looked in the mirror lately?
That is not bullying.
Why isn't it? It seems like it is to me. It seems like it is to Instagram.
You're a fucking moron, you piece of shit. That's bullying. God.
That was pretty good.
I want to fucking bully the shit out of you, you idiot.
I'll sleep, okay?
Whatever. Anyways, I'm not even done with Kanye, but I need to take a mental break because
my friend went to the party here in LA and
save it.
Okay.
I'm in a bad mood now because I think you're just being stupid.
I'm not being stupid. I see their point of view.
It's not bullying. God damn it. I like call us 800-72. I need to read again exactly.
You don't. I heard it. We heard it. I know what you said.
No, that is not
chastised
bullying.
Chris Brown.
Let me read it one last time.
You don't need to read it.
I'm gonna
Why
read
don't you read the commercial?
Chris Brown with some harsh words on Kanye West. Has Chris Brown looked in the mirror lately?
Yes.
That is not.
Have you looked in the mirror lately? That is bringing up something in his life and shoving it in his face.
That's not bullying.
That is exactly the definition of bullying.
No, it's not.
It is indeed.
Oh my God.
By the way, I don't like on a scale of 1 to 10. Is it a 10? No. Is it even a 4? Probably not. But in the most basic sense, it is indeed bullying. You inserted yourself into a conversation to insult him. That is bullying. I don't get what you don't get.
I did not.
Did you not hear the words I just said? Did you, in fact, insert yourself into a conversation to insult him? You did indeed. No. That is bullying.
Reminding.
This is why people don't like you, because you can't see what I just said. That is a fact. What I just said. You're reminding people. You're reminding them of what? He's a piece of shit. That's bullying him. You're just as bad as him by doing that. Why don't you get that? You're maddening. You're absolutely maddening.
I am honestly shocked you really are not trolling right now and that you really believe this. It's insane.
I absolutely believe this. Do I think it's egregious? No, I don't. I think it's like a 2 on a 10 scale, but it is in fact bullying someone. It is. You're insult. You went online to insult a human being that had nothing to do with you. Did you insult him? Was that as an insult? You're going to tell me that second part of a sentence wasn't an insult.
It was not an insult.
Have you looked in the mirror lately?
Yes. That basically what I said was, okay, fine. Let me ask
I heard basically what you said. I verbatim heard what you said.
Well, let me rephrase that. It was
no one's gonna agree with you on this one. Once again, no one. Let the calls come in.
Let me rephrase. What I said was just another way of saying the following. Oh, Chris Brown is somebody to talk, or who is Chris Brown to talk?
There you go. That's bullying.
That's not bullying.
That is bullying.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh my God.
It's a very mild form of it, but it is in fact bullying. So it is.
That's not. Oh my God. All right. I just can't with you. Whatever. Okay. I could use a busy right now.
I had 2 last night. I got the pool around 4:00. They're both watermelon. I had the blueberry watermelon or watermelon blueberry, whatever order that is. And I also had was it pomegranate? Did they have a pomegranate? Pomegranate, watermelon, whatever. Fantastic. Got my night going perfectly.
How wonderful. I'm so happy for you. That was not bullying Chris Brown.
Let's move on. It was. You can let the audience decide. It'll be overwhelming once again. And you'll be like, you people are nuts and blah.
Well, fuck them all. All right.
You don't have to drag them into it. You're bullying our audience now.
That's you usually over the last 2 months.
Wasn't me right now. I mean, look at me. I'm very happy. I'm very zen.
I want to bully you. You're full of shit. Jesus, stop it.
Second time you bullied me this show. I'm reporting you to Instagram.
Sometimes you
posting this on Instagram, and then I'm going to report you.
Oh God, I hope you are. Oh fuck! Now I'm nervous that YouTube might give me another strike for this episode.
They might.
Anyways, speaking of Kanye and the album, you know, early Kanye was one of my favorite musicians of all time.
Ever.
Like
808 and Heartbreaks and College Dropout. Those two albums are fucking genius.
College Dropout, all
College
of it,
Dropout.
everything. Um, recently, he, hasn't been releasing the best stuff, but every once in a while, he would put out a song that was fun, like that Faded song with Tiana
That was
Taylor
a good song. Yeah.
in the music video. That was a good one. And that stupid Ho song with that stupid rapper, that's bullying. All right. I own that. That was a joke and I take it back. I was making a point calling that stupid rapper the stupid rapper. That's bullying. Okay.
That was a joke. Got it.
But that was purposeful bullying to highlight the difference. Anyways, you're such a fucking hoe. I love it. That was fun, right? But that kind of experience is not on the new Kanye West album because I did not listen to the Kanye.
I did.
Album.
I got 5 tracks in and I just stopped. I was like, this is terrible.
Oh, wow.
The first 5 tracks were unlistenable to me.
Wow.
I was like, there's nothing inventive. There's nothing creative. Something about God breathed or something like that. I'm like, then God has bad breath because this is a terrible fucking song.
Well, according to one report that I saw, I'll even mention them, Consequence of Sound, they're a music website. The tweet that I saw read, quote, Kanye West censored all cursing on Donda. Did you notice that?
Mm-mm.
That's kind of, I'm not going to say
mean
lame.
He beeped his own curses? He
either bleeped it or he just did not, or he took them, or there was no cursing. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't notice any cursing. I didn't know what they meant by they censored, like he censored himself by laying beeps in over his curses, which seems silly, but I don't know what he did. I didn't notice any cursing because there's that's like God songs and I don't know. What I heard just wasn't anything cool or invented. But listen, I didn't hear any Ariana. I'm not sure I heard any Marilyn Manson. I don't think Chris Brown was one of the first 5 tracks, but
well, there's even more. There, also was on the album Jay-Z, The Weeknd, Travis Scott, Pusha T, Young Thug, Jay Electronica.
Damn, really?
And more. And Soulja Boy was supposed to be on the album, but he got taken off. So then he, on Sunday, went on Twitter talking smack about Kanye West. And everybody's beefing with Kanye these days. Even Drake was beefing with Kanye before the whole album release and album listening event. And I'm so exhausted with Kanye. Like, I don't even care about getting into the whole Drake beef. But finally, before we finally move on from Kanye, because there's been so much Kanye this week, according to reports, he has filed to legally change his name from Kanye West to Ye.
No, Ye.
Oh, Ye? Is it Ye? Is it Ye or is it Ye?
Yeah, like Yeezys. Ye. Everyone calls him Ye.
Are you sure it's not Ye? Kanye?
I think everyone calls him Ye. Like Yeezys.
I think it's Ye.
I think it's Ye.
How do you know?
My girlfriend just said yay.
I was
makes
right.
sense that it'll be yay because Kanye, but I think everyone calls him Ye because of Yeezy. Yeezys. What is it? Yeezy or not?
Yay. It is.
I would think it'd be yay too, but
it is yay.
I think it's Ye.
No, you're all right. Well, once again,
I don't
wrong.
know. I swear to God, I'm just guessing. And my girlfriend just, what do you know? Oh, now she's conveniently unavailable.
All right. Well, you're wrong again. And if our listeners or viewers know, call us again. The number is 800-721-1185. All right. Moving on from the Kardashian clan, one last segment. Just a little update on how Kravis is. Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian.
Kravis.
That's what we call them.
That's not a thing. I'm sorry.
It is a thing.
You're trying to make it happen. It's not happening. Either is fetch.
You're clearly not a romantic at heart or a shipper. We ship Kravis
Yeah,
in
I
my
would never
house.
say a stupid fucking word like that.
Anyways,
Shipping
we
someone. I'd like to ship you in a box somewhere else.
you're old and cranky. You're grumpy. You're the grumpy old
Everything you've
man.
said is factual right now.
Yes. Kravis, Courtney and Travis
That's a
are
terrible thing. Crevice. It sounds like crevice, like a crack in an ass is what it sounds like. It's terrible. I'm not even being cranky. It's just a terrible name.
well, Travis is now like a flying machine because ever since Courtney helped him get over his fear of flying after that plane crash, it's still crazy. I don't think I didn't even like linger on this when we spoke about it last time, but the fact that Travis Barker was on a plane that literally crashed
And his friends died.
and that he lived, that's just crazy.
It's amazing. It's shocking that he gets on a plane again. But can you imagine the odds of being in 2 plane crashes? And I'm sure
Was he in
that's what.
two?
No. If he was in to be in another, and maybe that's the thought that's getting him on a plane. Like, it can't happen to me again. The odds of getting into one are slim to none.
Well, he got over that fear, and they went to Palm Springs. Where they went to Mexico. That's where they went.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why
Palm
would you fly
Springs,
to Palm Springs?
Palm Springs, they could have driven to. They went to Mexico, and now Kravis. I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again just to annoy you. Kravis is in Italy.
Wow,
Those Kardashians are professional vacationers.
they are. What else do they have to do?
It's amazing. Oh God. All right. Let's move on to Demi Lovato.
Okay.
Demi has publicly spoken about Demi's lifestyle and Demi being California sober, which many people in the recovery and sobriety community think is a crock of crap.
Yeah, rightfully so. You shouldn't attach the word sober. I think that word has some meaning to it, to those people especially.
And as we've talked about, Demi did not just have a drug problem in the past. Demi also had an alcohol problem in the past. And now Demi continues to drink alcohol and smoke weed. And Demi recently visited a weed farm. And not only visited a weed farm, but then posted all about it across Demi's social media. In one post or IG story, Demi even said that Demi was in heaven. Many people interpreted this as Demi glamorizing weed. And I'm not saying weed is bad or dangerous or this or that, but many people in the recovery community, view Demi as, somebody that they follow or who's been through it. And it could be dangerous for others if they follow Demi Lovato's lead.
Yeah. It's still nationally illegal. Okay. It's still illegal. Now it's not in the state of California, and who knows how the national level versus the state level and all that crap really works. But back to what I said in the very beginning about this whole thing, like, it's not sobriety. I think just attaching the word sobriety to it is insulting to sober people. And I understand that. So just start from there.
Yeah. I don't even know.
It is what it is. It's, she's a grown ass person. I don't understand the choices, but I couldn't care less either way. So, that's what Demi wants to do. See what I did? I caught myself there. If that's what Demi wants to do, so be it. I don't care. She's grown up.
Well, good on Demi. All right. Before we move on to JoJo Siwa, who's like the antithesis of Demi Lovato. Mm-hmm. I had a random thought.
Okay.
I'm going to take a COVID test as soon as I get back to Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I'm gonna get COVID, but like, I don't think I have it. I don't think I got it, but I've been in Vegas for 3 weeks and I have been doing everything, but I've been vaccinated and I've been wearing my mask when indoors.
Well, good.
So
you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
I know. So
you're pretty good about wearing your mask too. So
yeah,
your kids always have them on. So
although, I took a couple of photos and I would take my mask off for the photo real quick. And people are like, where's your mask? And I'm like, I just took a quick photo. Like, hello.
Calm down.
Anyways, JoJo Siwa, it was just announced, is going to be appearing on the upcoming season of Dancing with the Stars and making history because JoJo, who came out earlier this year as gay, is going to be the first contestant to dance with a same-sex partner. So I'm happy about that. And I love JoJo, but I like to keep it real. I always get so incredibly annoyed when a professional dancer does Dancing with the Stars. It just feels so unfair to me. JoJo is a professional trained dancer. She got her start on that show, Dance Moms. Her mom was on Dance Moms. She was a part of the Abby Lee Miller dance crew.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I've never watched that show, but I thought that was just like little kids in tutus and shit. I didn't think it was.
Well, when she was young, it was a while ago that she was on that show.
I don't know. I mean, does that make her professional? I'm just asking. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't watch, but she's like trained and shit.
Yes, she's a professional dancer.
Huh. Cool.
I don't know. I think it's not that. I mean, I'm happy for her. I am a fan, but I don't know.
She might be at a disadvantage, and I don't mean this in any way negatively towards women, but the men on the show are physically stronger, and they may be able to. What are you rolling your eyes for? I mean, they lift people up over their heads. If you ever seen the other way around, you don't often see that. I'm just saying, usually on the show, the male dancers, maybe they won't be able to do. I don't know.
I'm sure they could still do that. Okay.
Really? I mean, the Dirty Dancing, the whole thing.
Yes.
Someone's going to hold JoJo Siwa up.
Yeah, she's not that heavy.
Okay.
Don't underestimate girl power, all right?
I'm not at all. I think there's a lot of girls listening that could kick my ass. No, I'm not. I'm saying that it is a fact that usually men are physically bigger and, stronger than women. I mean, that's just.
You're just full of it today. All right.
So you're saying in general, you think it's an even playing field when it comes to strength. Actual,
no, but
it's this isn't like supposed to be like shocking or like I'm being an asshole.
But in the dancing world, I don't think.
You don't know is what you're saying. I don't know either. And was my only question. Is there a disadvantage? That's the only question I'm asking. You don't think there is? Okay.
Let me tell you something. You always revise what you say. You do the same shit you accuse me of. Because let me tell you something.
I'm not trolling anybody. I'm definitely not trolling women. I'm the biggest fan of women in the world.
Let me tell you something.
Except to Donald Trump. He's a much bigger fan.
Let me tell you something. Last week, when we were talking about Britney Spears, I'm not going to quote you right now because now, a week later, I don't remember what you said, but I heard you say something about Britney at the beginning of the show.
I often wonder if it's English is your second language and you comprehend, or I wonder if you have a comprehension problem because I think that may be it. It may be the fact that you don't comprehend things.
Let me finish. I heard you say something at the beginning of the show. And then you revised.
No, I didn't. I repeated exactly what I said. And I even made it a clip and sent it to you to prove that I said something.
Let me finish. You said something at the beginning of the show. Then towards the middle or end, you revised what you said. But then during the premiere of the show on YouTube, I listened to the entire thing in full, and I was paying attention exactly to what you said about Britney Spears. And I'm like, no, I was right with my hearing of what you said because you said it.
No, I didn't.
And you changed it. All right.
Yeah, I changed it. How the fuck did I change it?
I don't remember what you said now, but you totally said, "Oh no, I didn't say that," and you actually did. So whatever.
I think your comprehension blows.
No, I think you're full of shit. Anyways.
Okay.
All right.
To be clear, do I think that there are many women that are much stronger than men? 100% I do. But I'm just wondering, in dancing, on a competition show, would JoJo Siwa be in a disadvantage? Would there be some things that they could or couldn't do? I don't know. I don't know shit about dancing. But when it comes to strength, is that a question? And maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. And if it offends anybody, I'm apologizing now. I don't mean to offend. I just am wondering.
You would do very well on Fox News.
I wish. I'll take a job anywhere.
Speaking of Fox News, former Fox News personality Megyn Kelly had some harsh words about this new thing that the US Open is doing. The tennis tournament just began. Today is the first day, actually, Monday. And they are setting up quiet rooms for tennis players that just need a quiet room, some space. Okay. If they're struggling in any way, they just need a break. If they're having any mental health issues, the US Open set up these quiet rooms. Megyn Kelly saw that headline, shared the headline on Twitter, and wrote the following when sharing the news. Megyn Kelly said, "Good Lord, please never let the snowflakes who need this sign up for our military."
That's trolling.
Do you think that's bullying?
I don't know. It's not a.
That's not bullying.
Well, it's not directed at anyone.
The people,
you know what I mean? It's not directed to a certain. It's directed to snowflakes. So, do I consider myself a snowflake? No.
It's directed to any tennis player who would need to use or want to use a quiet room at the US Open. That's literally who it's directed at. Your comprehension sucks.
No. There's no name attached to it, is my point. It's a generalization.
Okay, so
you're not attacking any bullying. You know, is bullying considered you're attacking one person or a group of people?
Are you serious?
I'm asking you a question.
This? If I say, of course you can bully a group of people. God, oh my God.
But you don't see how you bullied Chris Brown.
I didn't.
You did indeed.
No, I didn't. Like, let me give you an example. You could very easily bully fat people by many different ways, saying many different things about fat people. That's
okay, but is every fat person supposed to be offended and say that person bullied me?
Oh my God. Why are you like this today?
I'm like this every day. What are you talking about?
You know what? All of those reviewers on our podcast were right. I
have calls that beg to differ, but okay.
I'm gonna have to give us a negative review as well.
That'd be funny. You should give us a negative review. I can't take this fucking co-host of mine anymore.
Anyways, I think she's bullying, yes, and also, more importantly, she's doing a disservice to any military person that might need help, because frankly, our soldiers, and not just the soldiers, but in addition to the people that are actually fighting, like that were fighting in Afghanistan, the military is made up of non-fighters as well, but they might need help as well, like being away from your family, being in wherever. People in the military need just as even more mental health help. Like, how many of them come back and commit suicide or die by suicide and all of these things? So that was really just low class.
It's an insensitive thing, but who gives a shit? It's Twitter. Like, who's sitting there following Megyn Kelly's
a lot of people
Twitter?
She just got a job too.
I mean,
Sirius
people.
XM.
No. My question is, people that are offended by things, are those people the ones following her? I don't think they care what she says. Is my point.
if Megyn Kelly is able to get a show on Sirius with what she's said and does, maybe we can too. Sirius, hit us up. Let's make it happen.
I've had
All
enough
right.
of them.
We're supposed to, all right, you had a gig there. On to one of the stories I teased at the beginning of the show, this Nirvana, I was like, no doubt, no, this Nirvana lawsuit where this guy, Spencer Eldon, who was the baby on the cover of the Nevermind album, has sued the band as well as Courtney Love, the band's art director, their producer, the guy who managed them
anyone
at the
that
time,
he thinks he could squeeze a nickel out of,
the labels, everybody. He sued all these people, and smartly, strategically sued them not for millions of dollars each, but for $150,000 each. Now, I wish that I knew a little bit more. Like, I wish that I knew if at the time the parents signed some kind of release. They did? Okay, so there you go. So I know a lot about the law, and I think I've said this before, you know, even though he has no legal leg to stand on, using my past experience and my powers of deduction and just an educated guess, he did some lawyer shopping and was able to find a lawyer to work with him on contingency, meaning he's not paying a single dime to this lawyer that's representing him. He sued all these people for a reasonable amount of money, not millions each, but $150,000. And unfortunately, when you're suing somebody with a lot of money, it's called a shakedown. They know that objecting and fighting this lawsuit in court is ultimately going to cost them more than $150,000. But they're not going to pay $150,000. They will likely agree to settle out of court for about, I would guess, $30,000 to $50,000. And then they saved themselves hundreds, if not millions of dollars fighting this stupid lawsuit in court. And this guy is now going to walk away with hundreds of thousands of dollars, most likely.
I read a little bit about this, and apparently there's some sort of law. It's called the SLAP law, and
yes, but like I said,
but I'm not disagreeing with you. I think you're right. I think the fact that he went with such a low denomination of, you know, money, I think that he's probably, you know, they probably just may settle, but then again, they may not. And I also read that he could be liable for paying their lawyer fees because of the fact that, you know, he's made a career out of promoting that he is that baby, and he's done signings and blah, 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 blah.
He recreated the image a few years ago.
Yeah. So it would be very, you know, like you said, it would be nearly impossible for him to probably win this case. But, you know, someone with some money that has so much money might just say, you want to dance? Let's dance. And maybe they all got together and said, let's not give him a goddamn dime because this is ridiculous. I think there's a better way to do it, but we'll see. Ultimately, you're probably right. I bet that he ends up, you know, squeezing $100,000 out of all of these people. And you know what I say? I think his parents made like $300 or $500 for the initial picture. Do I think it's worth more than that? It's iconic. Sure. Give the guy, you know what? Cut the guy a check. It's iconic.
What I was going to say is, even if this guy loses and has to pay them back, like, hello, he has no money.
Right. What's he going to do? Go into bankruptcy? It doesn't sound like he has any money to begin with. God bless him. Yeah.
All right. From that to the big story of the weekend that Jake, actually, let's skip that because there's more legal news. In more legal news, Erica Jane, an update from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, has been sued by the bankruptcy trustee on behalf of the United States for $25 million. The amount that was given to her by her soon-to-be ex-husband's law firm to cover all of her glam and dancers and expenses over the last decade or so. So it's just wild. Like, I don't know. Like, she probably spent all that money. And now if like the process, the judge, the jury decides, oh, she's on the hook for that.
Right.
Even with her Real Housewives of Beverly Hills paycheck, she's not making $25 million. That's for sure.
Mm.
So there's that. All right. Big news over the weekend, that stupid fight with that YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul and a former UFC fighter Tyron Woodley. Jake allegedly won. I didn't watch, but did you watch?
No.
You don't care?
No. It's one of those things I saw on Twitter last night, and I went, who and who? And I said, oh yeah, that guy, he's doing it again. He did the whole fraud fight last time. That was the whole thing's silly to me, but
Well,
people keep watching it. People, there was a celebrity that went, I saw,
Dave Chappelle.
Yes, Dave Chappelle went.
I'm like, why is Dave?
Maybe he
Chappelle?
got paid.
Oh, that's a good theory.
I mean, he doesn't need the money, but maybe he just got paid. Like,
So I saw this like statistic that whenever they have a fight, either Jake or Logan Paul, like it gets a lot of attention, like even more so than like regular fights. Ultimately,
yeah.
Is that good for boxing?
Well, that's the debate. I have friends that are really into boxing, and boxing's kind of dead because MMA sort of took over, you know what I mean? So this is breathing life into a sport that didn't have much life left into it. So that is the debate back and forth. Like, is this good for boxing? It seems very fake, and, people are willing to pay money for it. It is what it is.
And now that it was on Showtime, it seems a lot more legitimate too, Anyways, let's end things before taking calls by talking about briefly, because I don't really care about this dude, but a lot of people do, because he was on reality TV for a while. And not only was he on reality TV, but he then became like a tabloid figure. Dog, the bounty hunter, Dwayne Chapman. There was a lot of drama with him and his daughters, whom he did not invite to his upcoming wedding. And this drama played out publicly with the daughters and Dwayne and his wife to be all making allegations against him. Basically, Dog and his wife to be Francie Frayne,
like it matters.
Who cares? Yeah. They claim that they did not invite the daughters because they're still working with this rink-a-dink network that they have a show on called Unleashed TV. Like, I've never even heard of Unleashed TV, but
sounds like something a dog should be on.
It does, right? But hey, I love that they're making money. And this is the bigger thing, actually, right? I don't know. It all depends on the totality of everything. Like, let's say I'm Dwayne Chapman, right? A lot of people probably think that anybody that's been on TV has a lot of money, but that's not always the case. There are, like in any profession, like the middle class people, like the workers, like, yes, Dog the Bounty Hunter has been on TV for a while, but
he's got money. That guy's got money. I mean, he was a star of a show for a network for multiple years.
You think he's got money? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would say. I mean, he's been a name for over a decade. But even if he signed a shitty deal, I still think.
But it was cable. Like, I would guess he probably was making $10,000 an episode, which is a lot of money for some people, but it's not like crazy money.
Maybe in the beginning, but I bet after, I can't imagine they just did one deal. And you know what? In the history of TV, people have signed horrible deals where they, agree to $4,000 an episode for the life of the show or the run of the show. Usually that stuff is negotiated, though, because once something becomes a hit, the lawyers step in and say, yeah, well, we're not going to do it anymore. And, you're losing, $4,000. We don't care. We're just not going to show up. And then they renegotiate. So I got to think he's got some money, bro. I mean, he's got a name, appearances. He probably shows up at fucking casinos or fucking fishing shows or fucking God knows what monster truck pools, whatever dirtbag assembly there is.
The motorcycle rallies.
Whatever, exactly. You know what I mean? Like there's got to be a lot of money attached to him.
Sturgis or whatever it's called. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna, for the sake of my theory, I'm going to assume he doesn't have a lot of money. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If Dwayne Chapman, Dog the Bounty Hunter, does not have a lot of money, I don't know if he can take this moral high road of he and that Unleashed TV had a falling out. They fired him, but the daughters continued to work there. And he was upset and felt betrayed that the daughters continued to have a relationship with this network that screwed him over. If I'm a dad, I would just be happy that my kids are making money. You know what I mean? Even if I was betrayed by them, I'd be like, well, I got screwed over, but I don't want my career to negatively impact your career.
Right. I still think, like, if I didn't know anything about this, I would say that just sounds like a plot line or just part of that television narrative that
he's not on TV anymore.
Right. But it bled into the real life. So I think there's probably some of that. I think sometimes you get in those worlds and you get in those plot lines, you kind of turn into those plot lines, that becomes you. I don't know. I don't watch. Not sure.
Well, their daughters claim that the real reason for the rift is because they could no longer and did not support and confronted their father over his racism. He is not even an alleged racist. There's been, I think it was either an audio or video that leaked of him, it's on his Wikipedia, look it up. And then one of his daughters also made allegations that he was just an abusive father and that he would cheat on their mother who died of cancer and just all sorts of awfulness. But we already had the conversation. The conversation was, was it okay of him to expect or ask his daughters to not work with a company that fired him? I say no, but I'm a good dad. And also because I assume that my kids are going to have to deal with stuff like that in the future. Like, here's a great example.
I don't think anybody will know. They have a different last name.
Well, no, here's a great example, right? Like, let's say my kids were all 15, 16, like around there now. If they had their own TikTok accounts, which you only have to be 13 to have a TikTok. When I got banned from TikTok, I would not tell my kids, oh, you have to delete your TikToks now. None of us are using TikTok. I would not do that. So, anyway.
But if you did, I wouldn't judge you for it. You felt that you were wronged by them and you don't want anybody, in your family on that platform. I get that. It's not like they'd be on it to make money.
Well, if they were making money, also, I wouldn't tell them, to.
Right.
Anyways, let's take some calls.
Hi, Booker. Hi, Perez. This is a Booker positive phone call. Just want to say to Booker, thank you so much for continuing to just ignore the fucking idiots, the anti-vaxxers, and to continue to just use your platform.
Well, those are not the only ones that are upset at him.
Idiots out.
You just piped down. She's spreading knowledge and
my 9-year-old just tested positive after being homeschooled for 1.5 years, and just her being in school in fucking Florida for no more than a week. Luckily, he's okay, but and I'll be sending him back to school wearing a mask. But I'm pretty sure there's a good likelihood that he'll get it again. And so it just fucking sucks. So as a parent with young kids who can't get vaccinated. So keep on being an asshole to these idiots, and love you guys. Bye.
And to Perez. Throw that out. Get another call. Here we go.
Hi, my name is Danielle. I'm calling from British Columbia in Canada. I'm just calling because I just listened to the most recent podcast. No question at all. I just want to say I love you both. This is a Booker positive comment, even though I hope he doesn't delete it. I love listening to the show. I feel like I'm just like sitting in a pub having a drink with you guys, laughing along with you. So keep doing what you do. We love you. Bye.
Nice.
Thank you.
I feel like we haven't gotten a lot of calls from Canada like we used to. Right? Didn't it feel like we got Canada calls all the time?
We're banned.
Maybe we're banned.
No, but Canada would never.
Apple's been putting our shows up a little slower than usual. I've
They
noticed.
have?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
it's
annoying.
it's really annoying me.
Hey, Perez, I think you need to quit referring to people not bathing as a white people thing. That is so fucking racist. I don't care if you're Black. I don't care if you're Latino. Like, everybody does things different, and just because a few people have been like, oh, I don't bathe my kids, doesn't mean not bathing is a white people thing. Can we, like, drop the whole race bullshit? Quit using the race card. Like, it's not a white people thing. It's clearly a celebrity thing. Thank you.
Okay.
Said the white woman.
Yeah, that's funny. What a comeback. Said the white woman. Wow.
Hi, Perez. Hi, Booker. I had a quick question, and this is not to sound ignorant or on one side. It was just a curious question that I genuinely have before you guys. How do you guys think, what do you guys think about the COVID whole thing about, there's been doctors quitting their jobs.
Oh, we played this girl before.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know why I saved that one. That's an old one. So I guess we need some new calls. Let's get some new calls. 800-721-1185 if you've got a question for either one of us. If you'd like to comment on if Perez doesn't get the fact that he's been a troll his entire life, he just doesn't see it.
I could see that, but I was not trolling or bullying Chris Brown. Are we done with calls?
That's it. Let's wrap it up.
All right, I've got to read one last thing before we wrap it up. Love listening to this podcast. We love that you're here to listen. Do you ever wonder what it's like to create a listening experience like this week to week? Do your friends always tell you that you should have a podcast? Well, now is your chance. Our podcast network, Podcast One, is looking for the next podcast star. Think it could be you? Enter the self-made podcast competition now to find out. All you have to do is visit launchpad1.com/selfmade for a chance to win a contract with Podcast One, valued at over $100,000 in promotion and so much more. Enter now until September 3rd and tell all of your friends to listen and download. Go to launchpad1.com/selfmade to find out more. See official rules and sign up for your chance to win. That's launchpad1.com/selfmade.
Hey, next week, remind me to tell you about White Lotus, because I watched that and a lot of people in our audience has been fucking hitting me up about that show, but I finished that. So we'll talk about that next week.
All right. Well, until then, have a good week, everybody. See you next week. Bye.
See ya.